Well, here we are at the Edinburgh Short Film Festival 2017, and I'm with Damon Mohl, artist and filmmaker who's come from Indiana for the screening of his film The Expedition, which is on tonight. So thanks for coming, Damon.
It's great to be here. Yes.
Again,
absolutely. Yeah, it's my third trip to Scotland.
So The Expedition is about period explorers, like 1920s or something, and they're going through this vast tundra.
Yeah.
It's about them sort of exploring new lands and desolate landscapes and so on. So tell us a bit about the background of the film and where the idea came from.
Right. So I was living in Colorado. I was driving up into the mountains. The Rocky Mountain National Park was about 45 minutes from where I was living.
Oh, okay.
And I was shooting footage in the winter. And the idea just gradually developed over a few years of collecting footage. And basically I created the narrative around the footage. I didn't write any script first.
Oh, okay.
And I was working on other projects at the same time, so it kind of just evolved organically. I would come across something interesting and get footage, and then, well, does that fit in this film, or maybe it's something else? And then eventually there's a prison museum in Colorado that I traveled to, and that sort of solidified the idea that it's kind of taking place in this character's head.
Oh, okay.
It's this psychological journey, like the wilderness within, kind of, in his mind. And as far as the geography, to me was really interesting in the editing, because I kind of went from the ocean into the beach, into wetlands, into sand dunes, into mountains, and it kind of, I was thinking it takes place somewhere in America, but that doesn't exist anywhere in America. It's spliced together. I shot in Colorado, Indiana, a little bit in Indiana, California, Florida, Pennsylvania, all over the country, basically.
So you took, when you came here last year in 2015, and we took you to the tour, and you took some footage which is in this film, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Bass Rock, and then some footage up by Aberdeen as well, which was really nice. The fact that it's this kind of mental journey in this guy's head, and he's never actually been to any of these places, and it added this. The beginning of the film opens with him imagining he grew up or he lived in this mansion, and it's none of it's true. So it added this sort of a level of kind of fantasy to it that I really liked.
Because it mixes animation, photographs, and live action.
Yeah, and that was really tedious. It was a year of, I actually created over, it must have been 100 hand-drawn maps.
Oh, okay.
And then I stained over 100 sheets of parchment. So every image you're looking at is layered with about 4 layers of images.
Oh, okay.
To get to the final image. Much longer than I thought it would take to make it, but I was happy with how it turned out. Yeah.
So you've been here for a wee while. You've taken some footage up north, with the Glencoe and
Glencoe a few days ago, and all that's for the next film.
Tell us a little bit about your next film.
It's called The Horse Latitudes, and it's kind of a dream logic narrative. It's much different than this one.
Okay.
But it has a very structured narrative. Character starts off in one place, they end up in another place, and but as far as where that place is, it's completely up to the audience to interpret where they're at in terms of time and space, or what's really even going on. But I'm really excited about it at this point. It's 90% shot, and I built a life-size set at the college where I teach, the studio space. And the character has this mask of this very old man.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
right.
Wow.
So the actor I was working with was wearing the mask, and then when I came over here, I was able to wear it.
Seriously, it's quite a mask, believe me.
You can insert a photo of
we should do that. Yeah,
maybe not though. That's a lot.
It's quite scary.
That's a lot of posts. Yeah.
But it's a fairly big piece of costume.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It was half. I couldn't bring filled up half my suitcase. All this
so I was thinking, why don't you just get an old man to do that?
Exactly. So I'm not hiding that it's someone wearing a mask.
Right.
You watch and put it on. So I kind of like that idea. But you're right, like the authenticity of just getting an old man. So then I would have had to fly him over to Scotland to walk through the wilderness. That would have been a lot. Yeah. Oh
well, thanks for coming along, Damon. A long journey for you, but I hope you've enjoyed your stay. And we'll look forward to seeing the film later tonight. Hopefully, I'm sure the audience will enjoy it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here, and looking forward to the screening and after party chatting with some folks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
Speak to you soon.